I am Adrian Diaz. I'm from the beautiful village of Santa Rita. I was born in Hawaii. My mom is from Saipan, my dad's from Guam, so I'm kind of like from Cocos Island / Manicaja. I started out as a floral designer, maybe like as a profession, but then I don't know, through the years I kind of got interested in like carpentry, electrical, with absolutely no educational background, just, you know, kind of backyard messing with things. Being as creative as possible with the little that you have in Guam. I've done work for to Monsan's, to Matson, to the Train City for, you know, the Friars, to the list just goes on. And, you know, pretty much people will call me for different things, and it's actually kind of exciting when they put like a challenge in front of you, you know, to build like a fountain or build whatever comes to mind, you know. Half the time it's something that I've never done in my life, but you know, I'm always willing to give it a try. I think the one misconception, the one first and foremost misconception is that it's a choice, you know? One thing I always have to explain to people is that nobody would choose to live a difficult life when there's an easier path elsewhere. The only difference is our mishap, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, made our lives a little bit more fabulous and more sparkly and fragranty. And is there things that the island needs to change to adapt to us? No, I think that there's a lot of things that we as the LGBT community can do to better the island. I mean, one perfect prime example is our lieutenant governor being gay. You know, it's not so much how the island can change for you, but how we can change for the island, and how we as a community can do better things for our island so that later on in the future it's better for the people. And I think that Joshua is doing an amazing job. Like, I'm so proud to go by like Guadalupe and just see all the gay flags up in the legislature. I mean, gosh, if you went back even 10 years, you know, like that's so unheard of. The second sex change in the world came from Guam, so that has to say a lot. Henrietta Butler, yeah. Henrietta Butler was a pioneer in that world. She donated her body to science and had gender reassignment in San Francisco. So our island has been very accepting for a very long time. The only difference today is that it's not shameful. The bars are not underground, you know, and people do go to the shows and support the girls. Oh my gosh, Crimsonia, first of all, like Crimsonia, everyone knows Crimsonia. You know, she was my tranny mother. She's the one who literally like took me down and was like, Nenny, you're getting your hormone shots, you know, blah, 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 and things like that. You know, just giving us, myself, and a bunch of my other sisters, you know, the knowledge that sadly in other countries, they don't help each other, you know? So Crimsonia, Charlene, Auntie Jody, I mean, God, the list goes on and on and on. Honestly, I think it's the fact that our community is very, very involved in the church. I think that is one huge reason why they're accepting of it. You know, you can say what you want about, you know, such and such and such, but when they show up to church and they're, you know, decorating this or doing the carosa or, you know, lighting up whatever, Father comes in and just says, thank you, you know. And I mean, I don't want to say that they turned a blind eye, but, you know, off masangan, right? It's, in my opinion, more so than finding yourself or your sexuality, you need to find the person within you, you know. You have to love that person within you, no matter who is around you and who loves you, you have to love you first and foremost. And secondly, like, if, you know, any word of advice I would give is find yourself a great, like, support system. You know what I mean? It might not be your family, and it might not be, you know, your coworkers, and it might be a complete stranger that just looks at you and sees right through your sexual orientation, but sees you as a person. And surround yourself with people like that. Surround yourself with people who, you know, they don't necessarily have to love you, but they have to not accept you, just see you. You know what I mean? See you for what you are, for all of your flaws. And that's not just for, you know, that's not just for the LGBT community, but there's people out there that are emo, you know, and I mean, gosh, like here in Guam, it's such a small community of people who are into anime or whatever the case may be. You know, it doesn't change the person that you are. Your parents raised you to be a certain type of person, but the things that you enjoy in life doesn't change your outlook, you know? Hafide, I'm Adrian Diaz, and I'm proud to be from Guam, proud to be transgender, proud to be Chamorro. Biba, Guahan, and Biba Pride. Thanks again to Fakai for having us here, and my two lovely assistants, Zoe and Audrey. And you can catch me on Instagram, Vegas Honey. See you then.